Welcome in, everybody. Andrea, Renee, hello. Right back at you. Right back at you. So, Spirit's saying something about a story time read, so I'm going to do that tonight. Yeah, I don't know about that, Andrea, but one can dream. So I'm going to do the shuffling first, and then I'm going to just take off the top. Hope you all had a good day. I guess happy Victoria Day to those that celebrate. Great Spirit, guides, guards, protectors, angels, ancestors, divine light. Please be here to set the cards for our storytime read for the evening. What is the story? Something about somebody trying to keep you from blooming and blossoming into the butterfly. And I'm hearing at all costs. But you're finding peace, and it's a mystery how you're keeping your peace. They don't understand it. It's because they don't know how to get there. They don't know how to heal. This is a very bitter energy that doesn't want to heal. They're happy in their bitterness energy because they don't understand and don't know what it would be like without it. It's a very envious energy. I'm also feeling that they're at a loss for words. Somebody that you do not trust is observing you. Or me. Whatever. I don't give a fuck if you're watching me. This is somebody who ghosted you. Now they're obsessed with you. They only want to be with you, but they can't keep your fucking name out of their mouth. They're gossiping and telling a whole bunch of fucking lies. Meanwhile, all they want is you in their life. And the reason why they're bitter is because you let them go, you walked away. They ghosted you anyway, and you glue the fuck up. And then all of a sudden, now they want back in your energy and you want nothing to do with them. Maybe they should have treated you better, collective. Maybe they should have treated you better. Yeah, they were blind to the truth. And you're not in the emotions that they wanted you to be. They're not allowed to manipulate your emotions anymore. They're cut the fuck out. You don't want them in your energy? Yeah, this is somebody that wasn't showing proof or validation of what you were doing. They didn't want to give you confirmation. They didn't want to find out the truth. They didn't want to come to you and actually have a conversation to find out the truth behind all these lies that were spewed to them. There's history. It happened, left behind, looking back. They want you looking back to the past. Yeah, they're not done. They're not done. They want back in your energy. They might even think that you're low-key not done with them. I'm done. They can fuck all the way off. Yeah, they want to go out on a vacation and illuminate the truth to you about what happened behind the scenes. They can blow it out their ass before that ever happens. Spirit, why is this even coming out in the reading tonight? Like, I'm done. Done with this energy. Give us something new. Oh, they want to work out the terms and conditions. They're going to come in begging, saying that they grew up. They're no longer immature. Meanwhile, they're sneaking behind on a fake profile, totally in denial. They don't want to pursue you because they don't want to get a throat punch. And, you know, all their revenge is backfiring. Probably because your spirit team don't play about you. Anyway. Welcoming everybody to the shit show. By the way, if you're watching me on any other platform other than YouTube, block it. Report it. Specifically if they're monetized or if they're making any money off of my videos. I'm only on YouTube at Aiden Wolfshadow. Okay, this is the only place I post my videos. Okay, I might post one every once in a while on Instagram or Facebook because I integrate it into Facebook. So every once in a blue moon I get called to Facebook to throw a video down. If it's on my main profile, you'll know it's my main profile. You can always reach out to me in the DMs. Spirit, what's going on? What is going on? Set up the cards for tonight's reading, please. That way we can get the show on the road. Somebody's facing judgment. Or maybe you're having to make a judgment call. One of the two. Temperance and a King of Swords. So there very well could be something here where there's, I don't know whether or not this King of Swords is upside down and Temperance in reverse. This liar could be facing major chaos. Their so-called empathy or alchemy isn't working. It's blowing back in their face. It's blowing up in their face. Four of Wands and Queen of Pentacles. So yeah, there's definitely some sort of Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Somebody very selfish. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, feminine energy. Four of Wands in reverse. They very well could have ended out some sort of commitment. Tried to make your life a living hell because they're selfish and they wanted you back in their energy. There's a whole group of them out there, probably working together behind the scenes. You know, lies and deception, and to keep you from leveling up. Spirit, I hope to hell this isn't the reading. I hope to hell this is not the foreshadow to the reading tonight. But anyway, you're going to tell us what it is, and I'm just going to read it the way it is. I'm pulling off the top tonight, Collective. Welcome in, Lambert. Spirit, please give us a good reading this evening. If tonight's message resonates, you'd like to donate to the channel through a super thanks, super sticker, super chat, whatever the case, it's all greatly appreciated. You can get your own personal reading, which I prefer, over at Hipsy. Okay? Go grab a reading with me over at Hipsy. Put me to work. American Express, Apple Pay, Google Pay, PayPal, Visa, MasterCard, debit card. They'll take it all. I think even Venmo. There's a bunch of the different readings at different price points. Go over and order a reading, or you can donate there too, outside of YouTube. You can donate to my PayPal as well. Alright, Spirit, let's get started. Yeah, I'm hurting financially, Collective. So if you can help me out, it'd be greatly appreciated. They're trying at all costs to ruin me and have me lose everything. And I'm at the brink of losing everything. So if I go ghost and I don't post anymore, chances are pretty wide that, yeah. Anyway, I need your support. Spirit, what the hell? So the hummingbird come out, lightness. It's time for you to pursue your dreams with determination. By doing this, you will make them. Joy is just around the corner. But you have to believe that it is possible to manifest your visions. Stop waiting and doubting. You know, Collective, if I didn't have to deal with so much spiritual warfare, psychological warfare, I'd be fine. You know? If I didn't have to deal with the fucking asshats throwing wrenches into my story, wrenches into my life, I'd be perfectly fine. Right? I don't know about you. Soon to be, yeah. Soon to be. Looking at finding a bridge somewhere. Missing pieces, detached, locked away, heart, can't move forward. And the Fool. So, you have huge potential, Collective, and you're being asked to focus and pursue your dreams with determination, and this will help make them a reality. Joy is just around the corner, but you have to believe that it is possible to manifest your vision. Stop waiting and doubting. And I feel gaslit by this card because I'm not waiting and I'm not doubting. Okay, I'm putting in the work. All right. Thank you, Andrea. So, honestly, you may be feeling gaslit. You may be putting in the work. You may be doing what you need to do to get ahead and get forward. Okay, but it's almost like somebody, like there's some sort of missing pieces, right? And somebody wants you to lock up your heart. Somebody wants you to feel reserved. Somebody wants you to feel restricted. Somebody wants you to feel like you can't move forward. Okay, and then we have the fool. And I'm really picking up on the fact that you're wanting to take a leap of faith. You're not questioning it, but it's like, where are you really taking a leap of faith to? This is the big question in the direction, right? Because I have a feeling that there's a lot of distrust. Okay, there's a lot of dynamics that you don't want to have anything to do with. There's a lot of dynamics that you don't want to be involved in. Okay, like, yeah, there's a lot of places that I very well could go, but a lot of them are into alcohol use. A lot of them are into drugs. A lot of them are into different things that I want nothing to do with. So is it really a safe place to go? No, right? And I'm trying to keep myself in a position where I am in a peaceful environment. So that way I can do this, do my job, do my work, you know, share the share the guidance. And whatever this dark energy is that keeps plummeting me day after day after day after day after day, it's moving through the people that I'm around, it seems. Because it seems like there's some people that I go and I hang out with and everything is fine and then they switch up. And like my past roommate, they were all happy go lucky and everything, but once I was bled to the point where I didn't have anything left to give, all of a sudden I was trash, you know? And it happened multiple different times prior to that. And I tried to balance things out. I tried to make things work. You know, so I'm only sharing my own experience as an example. Okay, you may have went through the same thing. Okay, so ultimately somebody wants you locked down, detached, having missing pieces to your situation. They don't want you finding out the direction to move forward, and yet spirit's saying take a leap of faith anyway. But in what direction? Off a bridge or under the bridge? um, into a field, into the clink, into a hospital. What? You know? Like, what's the big fucking story here, Spirit? Hopefully, we'll get some knowledge and we'll get some background and we'll get some sort of direction in this reading this evening. Because this message is for somebody that's stuck. And Spirit's saying to lighten up. But how can you lighten up when you've been abused mentally, emotionally, psychologically, financially, in every which way but loose? It seems like you can't get away from it. Right? There's something here about leadership. You have come into your own power. Now is the time to take the lead of a situation and be strong. Using the power of intentions, be clear with your purpose and define where you are heading. Yeah. When every other direction that you've headed, literally that you've been called to, falls apart. It's like somebody's meddling in behind the scenes to ruin everything that you're focused on, anything that you're called to. Because they don't want you having any type of anything to go to. Okay? You're not crazy. There's something here about terms, working out, begging, negotiating. You shouldn't have to beg for the missing pieces. You shouldn't have to beg for people to stop abusing you. And if you take the leadership position, if you take charge in a situation and take the lead in a situation, people ask, what gives you the right to take that leadership position? Everybody's questioning your motives. Everybody's questioning your intention. When it's none of their fucking business. And the Four of Cups, and you're just having to put up with what you have. Constantly putting up with what you have. Jay Lambert, get with the program. I've been a targeted individual the last 10, 15 years. Easy. And it's all because I recognize the truth and I've been speaking out about it. They're trying to shut me up. It's about creating boundaries, collective. Your inner space is sacred. People that infiltrate your energy and that are not welcome, they impact your aura. And you have every right to stand your ground. Spiritual protection is necessary. Your needs are important, and you must nurture your soul with the same gentle love and support that you offer to others. And I be out here trying to do that. There's something here about secrets coming to light, about some sort of a love affair. It's coming out. They weren't opening up, but you found out anyway. You're facing the music. And it's something here about a Ten of Pentacles in reverse. They did this all for money. They did this so you would lose out on money. And I'm really picking up that you would not be around to receive this. That you would burn bridges because of certain actions of other people. Because you put boundaries up. Because of these boundaries, and you decided to move away from particular individuals. Right? Now the truth is coming out. You face the music. That these people were siphoning off of you the whole time to take away from you your stability. And this is also a powerful time of change. You're being called to connect with the world of emotions and feminine energies to nurture yourself. You may also need to engage in a process of cleansing, whether it's physical, emotional, spiritual, or energetic. I do this on a daily basis. Somebody's revenge is backfiring because they were keeping things inside. Now they're obsessed. Now they want to come in and work things out. Now they're begging and negotiating so that way they don't get locked up. Because you're not out here retaliating. You're not plotting payback. You're not trying to punish anyone. You're not trying to get even. You're trying to move on with your fucking life, collective. And they just won't let you. They're making it virtually impossible. And I know they've done this in the past because I have had jobs and they've sabotaged them. 3, to be exact. One job I was hazed, and the other 2 were sabotaged. So I know all about it. This was meant to disempower you, take you off your throne, to take you out of your empowerment of your intuition, to basically get you to gaslight yourself. to have you so bombarded by the spiritual and psychological warfare that you were not able to level up. But what I'm really feeling that is happening is that you're going through this transition anyway, collective. It's only made you more resilient because of it. And through this transition, collective, you've stayed calm. The turtle wisdom teaches us about walking our path in peace and sticking to it with determination and serenity. You may be encouraged to take a break in your busy life and look around or within you for more grounded, long-lasting solutions. And the thing is, collective, I've had the jobs. I've had the construction jobs. I've had the landscaping jobs. I've had the kitchen jobs. I've had the warehouse jobs. I've had the driving jobs. Okay, and there's certain things out there that I cannot do anymore because my body will not allow me to do it. I've been throwing cards for 30 years and it keeps coming back to me throwing cards. So this is why I've chosen to do cards, because at least I don't have to worry about putting out my shoulder or my back. I don't have to worry about hurting my body, and it's the only thing right now that my body is not on strike with. So this is why I'm here. And I'll tell you right now, collective, I've been lacking support through the channel. Everybody thinks that I'm living it up since I've been in this new place. This place is temporary. I shouldn't even be here right now. I don't have a car because they sabotage that too. They're literally wanting me dead in a ditch, and they've been trying for the last 3.5, 4 years to do it. If not 6. And everybody thinks I'm fucking delusional. Anybody that I try to explain this to, they think I'm just blowing it out of proportion. I'm just paranoid. I don't know what I'm talking about. Meanwhile, I'm living it. They think it's a big fucking joke. And I'm doing everything in my power not to give up. Whoever plotted out this revenge on you is all backfiring, and they're in the process of having a huge ego death. Because despite the revenge that they plotted on you, despite the disempowerment, okay, it didn't work. You're still calm. You might have your days of frustration. You might have but for the most part, you're grounded. You're still moving through it. Okay, and they're out here trying to plot revenge to try to have you have an ego death. Meanwhile, it's not even about an ego death with you. It's taken you so fucking long to even have a confidence. And then to finally have that confidence, and all of a sudden you have an ego. All of a sudden you're egotistical because you have a fucking point of view. Welcome in, Bradley. And all they're out here wanting you to do is be in absolute sadness, so that way you can't materialize or manifest from your heart space. You can't connect. You can't trust. You can't love. You're just sitting in the sadness and the bitterness. This is what they want. And this is why they continue to throw these wrenches into your motor, into whatever you're trying to build for yourself. This is why they're ultimately trying to sabotage you. Because they do not want you elevating at all, even above them. heaven forbid you succeed at anything, because they haven't succeeded at nothing in their life. Welcome in, Glitch. All because you're keeping a calm demeanor. They're trying to create sadness, to break your ego. They want to take you out of the ability to be perseverant. They don't want you chasing your dreams. They don't want you to be persistent. They don't want you to be resilient. They're testing you. They're trying to take you out of that energy to persevere. They're trying to test your patience. This is a message of patience. Whatever is going on right now, you cannot be so impetuous. By pacing yourself, they want you to overexert and burn yourself out. The end result will be far more rewarding. Slow down. Don't rush. So they want you to speed up. They want you to rush. They want you to fall flat on your face. They want you to work to the point where you're fucking up and you feel like an absolute failure. And they sure as hell don't want you accepting any type of help from others. You're supposed to fail and face dive on your own. And feeling alone and deserted and isolated. Four of Pentacles. This person is keeping it low-key that they are chasing you, that they're trying to hunt you down, because you are resilient. And the thing is, because you are keeping your cards close to your chest and you are, you're very frugal. They're out here trying to say that you spend your money unwisely. You don't even have any money to spend. How are you to spend it unwisely? I spend it on my bills, my storage, my phone, and cigarettes. And food if I'm lucky. I quit smoking weed, like, at least a month ago, if not longer. I quit a while back, about a couple months back, and I started back up again because I needed a fucking little vacation. Okay? And I knew I could quit on a day's notice anyway. And I did, and I haven't had any since. Because I'm not addicted to weed. And I've healed the trauma behind why I started smoking weed to begin with. And smoking weed was more of a spiritual thing anyway. It wasn't to hide anything. Now, alcohol, on the other hand, that's a different story. I was drinking and I was trying to mask all the pain and the trauma and everything else. And it just about bit me. But I nipped it in the butt and I quit. So I don't drink anymore. I don't have the need to drink anymore. I may have had like a shot there like a couple months back, but it was that was it. It's not like I got drinking to get drunk. I don't like getting drunk. But I literally cured those addictions. And I'm in the process of cutting back on smoking. I'm down to a 20-pack every 2 days. So I think that's pretty good. It's better than a 25-pack a day. And soon enough, I'll be cutting out coffee. But then I won't have anything. I'll probably just Because I don't even drink water. I have to boil my water. So, it's the only way I'll drink it. So yeah, they don't want you to have any confidence, collective. And this is their big injustice. It's because they don't want to face any type of legal matters. Because if you have the confidence to take them to court, if you have the confidence to get a job and gain some sort of financial stability, then you have the financial stability to get a lawyer and to fight them and to take them to court. And they're basically trying to get you to be in a destitute energy so that way you can't fight for yourself, that you can't fight for your rights of justice. So they're playing at your confidence. You're encouraged to disconnect from the physical or materialistic plan. And they want you to reconnect to that. They want you to be looking materialistic and be in a more physical kind of plan. But you're more spiritual. You've always been more spiritual, collective. They want you to disconnect from your spiritual connection. They want you outright ignoring it altogether. Right when you are on the brink of a transformation, right? Your divine purpose is revealing itself to you, and you're trying to follow that divine purpose. You're trying to follow that those little breadcrumbs that the spirit's trying to give you, and they're trying to distract you and put you off in a more materialistic perspective and take you out of your confidence of what you're good at, judging you, causing you major injustice. So that way you won't take them to court. That way you can't file any legal papers, or you can't complete this what you're trying to do. But you're going through this transformation anyway. You're shedding this old skin and your emotions, and you're transforming them into something bigger and better. Changes in the wind, and you are at the center of it all as the catalyst to smoothen the process, make sure that your intentions are clear, and that you move forward with hope. And this is why you never have to worry about questioning your integrity as long as you have good intentions. And they're out here being very, very sneaky, very, very stealthy and very sneaky, trying to steal from you. So that way you can't level up. The thing is that people are searching for answers. They want you searching for answers on this endless searching for answers. They want you blind to the truth. They're watching you online. You're their biggest entertainment. They're wanting to know how you do it, how you keep transforming, how you keep leveling up. And there's something here about the Seven of Swords and the Knight of Swords. Or they see you taking action. They see you speaking up. Communication, the whale. You are encouraged to communicate clearly from your heart, bridge any gaps that are keeping you from connecting deeper with your loved ones. It's important to speak your truth with emotion, vulnerability, and power. How can you speak your truth with your emotion, vulnerability, and power when they don't believe you? How can you communicate with the people that you think that you can trust when they think you're delusional? Why? Because they're part of it. They're all tied in. Yeah, they're in denial. Or they think you're in denial. Contradicting, refusal, dismissal, not facing reality. They think you're delusional. All because you're speaking out. And they don't want you to move forward. They don't want you having any new connections. They don't want you partnering up. They don't want you to be inspired. They don't want you crossing over into a new timeline. They don't want you passing through the crossroads into a new direction. Because once you hit those crossroads, they can't come with you. They're stuck on the dark side. And this is, I do feel these are people that want to be on your bandwagon. But because you've kicked them off of your bandwagon, they're all butthurt. So if they're not allowed to be on your bandwagon, you're not allowed to go anywhere. I wish I knew who these people were, because I'd fucking throat punch them. I wouldn't even think twice about it. Yeah. They're such a fucking coward, they have to go through and sneak up on fake profiles and behind the scenes to watch you and gawk at you and laugh at you and judge you. It's no mystery. The Bobcat teaches you that there is true power and strength in silence and patience. In order to get what you want, you must be willing to plan, adapt, above all, have the patience to see your dreams manifest. They don't want you having any patience. They're trying to take your patience out of the equation. They're trying to dysregulate your nervous system. Quite possibly because you are speaking up. And these sneaky ass asshole fucking cowards in behind the scenes on fake profiles, they're actually seeing you get justice. They actually see you balancing things out. And I have a feeling that there is investigations going on where people are getting to know who's actually watching and who's doing some shit behind the scenes. There is justice coming in, and I'm hearing divine justice. They think they're hiding, but the divine sees everything. Archangel Michael has something to do with it too. He's done with the bullshit. And I know that. He's tired of the bullshit, of the constant fucking stalking and the buffoonery and the stupid ass games that they've been playing. It's going to be very much no longer a mystery as to who these people are. These people behind the fake profiles are being found. They very well could be on Instagram, thinking that they're sly. Yeah, they're testing your strength. They're trying to make you weak. The bear symbolizes a strong source of support in times of difficulty and adversity. They're trying to take away your support. Maybe time for you to stand for your beliefs or your truth. They don't want you speaking up. They don't want you telling your truth. They don't want you standing for your beliefs. They're wanting you to lose strength and confidence. They don't want you to be free to roam at will and follow your path. Yeah, they're a bunch of immature fucking twats is what they are. Is collective, you've grown from this experience despite it all. Despite how delusional they think you are, you've grown from this experience. You've become more resilient. You've become more strategic. They didn't think that you were going to get this justice. They didn't think that you were ever going to grow to this magnitude. But here you are. And they're overwhelmed because everybody that they're sending towards you, you're not taking the bait. They keep sending people towards you to get into your energy, to find out what's going on or whatever else. You're not taking the bait. You're not telling anybody anything. Restraining orders are pointless. They're a waste of fucking time. Cardinal adventure. You need to live up to your fullest potential, explore new directions, and take risks in order to grow as an individual. Change may be uncomfortable, but it is necessary. We all know how uncomfortable change is, and that's part of the journey, collective. But when people are out here literally sabotaging you to make you seem like you're self-sabotaging, to make you feel like a failure, there's no reason for you to fail if you already know what you're doing. And when you do something well and they still try to judge you for it, thinking that you don't know what you're talking about, you very well could be feeling complete with all the trauma bonds that you've cleared out, all the bloodline curses you've cleared out, all the trauma that you've healed, all the ridicule and the judgment that you faced and you've healed. You found your confidence again. You found your inner stability, your mental stability, your calmness. You've created boundaries for yourself. You found your confidence and your perseverance. You've done this transformation. You're communicating. You could very well be feeling complete. You could be finding your happiness from within you. It is an inside job. You have to first be happy with who you are within yourself before that emulates into your outer world. You could very well be in an energy of being devoted to what's going on, for your calling, for your passions. And this is why you're having a new beginning come through. And somebody's really, really overwhelmed at the fact that you even have your inspiration still intact, the fact that you're still inspired to move forward, the fact that, you may have a new beginning coming in. And I feel that somebody's being sat the fuck down and put in their place because of the bullshit that they've done behind the scenes. Like, for me to by the grace of the divine and by the grace of my supporters and my tribe, okay, and by the grace of my own knowledge and strategics and strategy and perseverance, okay, the fact that I've gotten this far is just a miracle in itself. I couldn't have done it without you guys. My OGs, my supporters, my members, the divine, my angels, my spirit team. And if I could overcome all of that, how far would I be right now? And this is what frustrates me to no end. How far would I be right now had I not had all those fucking challenges? I would have been out here Had I got my inheritance, had I had the house that it was given to me, had I had everything set into motion, I'd be out here building fucking houses for people. I'd be out here training the next fucking generation. I'd be actually out here making a difference and living in my grandmother's honor. But for the last 25 years, I've been made to suffer since she passed away. I've been made to suffer. Every day. In some way, shape, or form. I don't have a record. Yeah, I've had a couple speeding tickets. But that's nothing. No accidents. When I had my car. There's definitely a sense of adventure. You need to live up to your fullest potential, explore new directions, and take risks in order to grow as an individual. Change may be uncomfortable, but it is necessary. Yeah, we're capable of this change. We welcome this change, collective. But having to deal with being a targeted individual and constantly have to watch your back, all the while trying to heal and trying to find happiness and be devoted to your calling. People actually tell me, "Oh, Aiden, you should smile more." What the fuck do I have to smile about? What do I really have to smile about? You must pay attention to the signs around you. The transition may be frightening at first, but you must let go of old habits, patterns that no longer serve your higher calling. They would only hinder your growth. Yeah, they don't want you paying attention to your surroundings. They don't even want you going. They're trying to place fear in you, so you don't go into this transition. They're trying to place fear into your heart. They're trying to get you to pick up old habits. They're trying to stress you the fuck out. I'm even hearing they want you to pick up new habits, only to hinder your growth. I really wish I knew who the fuck these people were, because I'd hunt them the fuck down. And they want to make me disappear. They'll be never heard of again. And I wouldn't even have to lift a finger. Telepathy, intuition, dreams, heart songs, tether. You've been guided by your intuition. You've been guided by your dreams, collective. And you need to feel complete. You need to be in an energy of happiness and devotion in order to be able to get the right messages. Somebody's trying to dysregulate your nervous system so that way you're not picking up on the messages that are being sent to you. They're bombarding you with a bunch of trash and projections. So that way you can't receive the messages that are meant for you. So that way you are not going through this transition. And you become unbalanced with the Two of Pentacles in reverse. The thing is, these bitter ass motherfuckers, okay, that don't want us to transition, they don't even want to look at themselves. They don't want to even sit in their own guilt. They don't want to sit in their own shit. They'd rather look the other way. And I really feel that they're more in a physical, materialistic avenue. They're not at all spiritual. They may even show up as a fake spiritualist. All love and light. No negativity. It's not about that. You have to face your darkness. You have to integrate your darkness with your light. This is the whole point of shadow work. Because we all have both. Because nature is both. We all have a light side and we all have a dark side. It's what makes us human. But most are subconsciously blocking out their darkness and claim that they're living in the light because they're staying positive. But what they are doing is literally masking their true identity and true essence of who they are. Intuition, Blue Jay. You are encouraged to follow your feelings and intuition. This is a reminder that your personal power is in your own hands and that you are free to take flight at any time if you find yourself in a situation that doesn't suit you anymore. But where do I go from here is the big question, Spirit. Where do I go from here? Where do I go when I have nowhere else to go? The shelters are full. I don't belong in a hospital. I don't belong in the clink. I don't belong dead in a ditch. I've been looking for 9-10 months now for work. If I could find a job or a career to supplement what I'm doing here, I would do it. But I would have to make sure that my body's not going to go on strike to do it, because I don't want to live off of pain medication. Needing time, now is not the time. Time will bring unexpected changes. The Death card. There's definitely something here about cycles ending out. And with the Time card, I feel that it's almost time. And Spirit wants you to pay attention to your intuition. because you're being guided in a particular direction. So in essence, I feel you need to keep a lookout. Be steady, be methodical in your intention, keep moving forward. This next little message is not going to be for everyone, but those that astral project, those that work at the crossroads, those that work within the land of the dead and the living. This message is for you. There are things that are going on in the astral realm right now that you have been working on. Now, when you come back into the physical body, you do not remember what these things are. You do not understand the work that you do beyond the land of the living because you're not meant to remember. It would be too overwhelming. So this is why we forget. This is why it is kept separate. Your spiritual astral life compared to your physical bodily earthly realm life are two totally different experiences. Some of us are living double lives in the physical and the spiritual. And some of us we don't even actually recognize or realize it. It takes a lot of digging, it takes a lot of work and meditation to find that out. The thing is, collective, is that you are doing a 24-hour cycle of work. There will be times where you will be in your physical earthly life and you will be brought to almost a standstill. Okay? However, this is your time of rest, where you feel that when you go to sleep and you are resting and you are sleeping, you think that you're resting. Okay? But when you are brought to an absolute standstill in your waking life, it is because you're sleeping and your astral life is way more active. You're doing more work in your astral life than you are in your waking life, if this makes sense. Okay? For those that know, it will make sense. For those that, what the hell are you talking about, Aiden? You clearly don't fucking know. So that message isn't for you. Okay? I do know. Because it is a 24-hour, 365 fucking days a year. And people wonder why I'm so agitated. Which part of your life is or may be going through a transition? Maybe you are changing relationships, careers, or cities. Whatever it is, the crow is signaling that you are ready to make the change. Fucking right, I'm ready. I was ready a month ago. Let's fucking go. But where is the question? Coffee date, meeting up, planning, discussions, dating multiple people. Coffee date? Maybe. Dating multiple people? Fuck that shit. I'll date myself. Hence why the ring is where it is. Because I commit to myself. I don't need anybody to commit or complete me. There's something here about disconnecting. Somebody wants to go on a coffee date to distract you. They want to discuss, they want to plan, but they're dating multiple people. They think that they're going to come in and they're going to be a part of this transition. And I'm hearing the leg up. They want to be your leg up. But they're dating multiple people. This could very well be a karmic Taurus. Something to do with a Scorpio and a Taurus. Control. If you have moderate aggressive impulses, this is an invitation to control your temper. You are encouraged to explore how to express your needs or thoughts more openly and constructively to reduce your level of frustration. I think there very well could be the fact that somebody wants to come in, a karmic Taurus, they want to come in and have a coffee date with you and talk to you about something. And whatever they're going to conversate about is going to require you to keep your wits and your anger in check. Yeah, like waves in and out, crashing, unpredictable. Somebody's going to be in their emotions. Yeah, Knight of Pentacles. Some of people thinking that it's coming in fast because it's the, the, the Knight of Pentacles reversed. Right side up, the Knight of Pentacles is usually slow-moving, solid energy. This could very well mean fast-moving, unstable energy. Acting on a whim, acting unstable. So I do feel that there's some sort of a dark hierophant or a dark spiritualist acting out of character, acting out of their emotions. It could be a Scorpio or it could be a Taurus. Either way, they're erratic. They're acting very ungrounded. Oh, something here about forgiveness. They want forgiveness. I'm really picking up they were lied to. They were deceived. They were told a bunch of fucking lies and a big, huge, fat story to believe in. They thought they could trust this person. And now they're reaping havoc, and now they're reaping some sort of consequences because they listened to them and all it was a bunch of lies. And now somebody wants some sort of forgiveness. There you go, Andrea. If you are feeling angry about a past issue, the elephant is asking you to discover the more vulnerable behind that anger. You're being asked to forgive and to be gentle with others. With a big, huge, fat fucking throat punch. Stay the fuck out of my energy. How about that? I'm not forgiving anybody. Anybody that wants to come against me and cross me and create more havoc and struggle and make me suffer, you deserve everything you get. And all they were doing is having fun. They were clubbing. Risky fun with friends. Meanwhile, they were stalking and creating a bunch of lies and stories. I can't even make this shit up. Ace of Swords in reverse. I wouldn't be surprised if the third party came into town, tried to stalk me, and say that, oh yeah, we slept together. Meanwhile, I wanted nothing to do with them. I didn't see them. I knew they were on because they were on the apps. I knew they were close. But I stayed out of the fray. They never met up with me, nothing. So all these lies saying that they went back to your old person that you walked away from, saying that there was a rendezvous, there was no rendezvous. This is the type of person you wouldn't even touch with a 10-foot dildo. Like, get the fuck out of my face. You pompous piece of shit. Coyote, playfulness. This is a reminder to not take things too seriously and bring more balance between wisdom and playfulness. Yeah, I wish I could have a good day of just playing around and hanging out and having fun. That'd be awesome. I haven't been able to have fun in years. It's more about trying to find my peace and trying to regulate my fucking nervous system the last 6 years. I'd love to be able to just go out and have fun and not have to worry and watch my back. Apparently, it's saying that we need to lighten up, collective, about a matter that has been on your mind for a while. You know, coyote, you piece of shit, you can fuck right off. How about that? With your bullshit lighten up about a matter. Fuck you. I'm not gonna lighten up. Maybe if they wouldn't play with the heartstrings, maybe they wouldn't fucking play stupid mind games, we'd be all good. But no, they're out here stringing you along, trying to entrap you, trying to play with your feelings. As if it's a thing. Yeah. Oh, now they find out that they went too far. Right? Your spiritual team's probably not, I don't do free readings. Or sign. Or you don't know me. I don't do free readings. Very rarely do I do free readings. And you gotta put in the work to get the free reading. So, move it along. You actually want a good, decent reading? I'll give you one. But I'm not doing it for free. Five of Wands in reverse. Now apparently they don't want to fight anymore. They were only playing a joke. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Observing you. You are being encouraged to look beyond deceiving appearances into the true reality of a situation or a person's motives. You need to hear what is really being said despite the words and emotions coming from the messenger. Yeah, maybe leave me the fuck alone means leave me the fuck alone. Right? It doesn't mean play with my heartstrings. It doesn't mean drive me absolutely to my last fucking wit. Because it's funny to you, you piece of shit. Observing, being watched, social media stalking, keeping an eye on you, obsessed with you, on the down low. Throwing rocks and hiding their fucking hands like a fucking coward. All to make you feel worthless, dysregulated. To make you feel like you don't got nothing to offer a situation. Out here calling you fake when you're the realest thing walking around here. Yeah, they're saying that you're closed-minded. You're not open-minded like a fucking skanky-ass hoe such as them. There's more than one way of looking at things. You must be ready to accept alternative viewpoints and new ideas. You must open your eyes to new ideas and new ways of resolving problems. Yeah, sorry, but I don't have skanky-ass hoe across my forehead, and I'm not planning on being one anytime soon. You skanky-ass, dirty, dusty bastards. I don't know about you, collective, but I'm old school. I like the dating aspect. I like the going on dates. I like to have a relationship. I like to work on a friendship first. I like to commit and to be in a monogamous relationship and to be loyal and to be integral with a connection. Escape, avoiding, blocking, pushing away, or hiding. If this means escaping their fuck-ass bullshit, sure. If this means protecting yourself against STDs, sexually transmitted demons, and diseases, sure. I'll do it. I'll keep escaping and I'll keep running away. I'll keep blocking the motherfuckers. I'll keep avoiding them. I'll keep pushing the motherfucking skanks, dirty ass hoes, out of the fucking energy. I'll keep doing that. And if I have to hide from them, I will. Yeah, Four of Swords. All because you're trying to heal. You're trying to break those cycles of getting tied up and entangled in these dumbass karmic cycles. Right? So you're choosing yourself, collective. Right? You're starting to create some sort of boundaries for yourself. And people are out here saying that you're not open-minded. Like, fuck off. Because you're trusting in your divine. You're trusting in yourself. You're trusting in your intentions. You're trusting in your choices. This is a reminder that even if you feel that others do not understand or get what you're doing, it is no excuse to curl up and hide. Sure, you may need a little bit of space right now, but the world needs your gifts, and you are more than worthy. I know I'm worthy. I know my worth. But there's people out here that don't give a fuck about my worth, that would deplete me in a nanosecond and leave me dead in a ditch. So why should I trust them? Why should I open myself to get involved in these motherfucking skanky ass bullshit? Please, enlighten me. Unconditional compassion, genuine union, love. This is what it's all about, collective. Genuine love. Okay? No matter who the fuck your partner is. Okay? You could be gay, you could be straight, you could be trans, you could be whatever the fuck you want to be. You can be whoever the fuck you are called to be. But to be in an unconditional, compassionate, genuine union, that's what it's all about. To be honest with yourself and to be honest with others. And all these stupid ass players, they should have their own app where they can go play and stay the fuck out of these genuine individuals and energy and reality. They should have their own player app where they can go play with themselves and do whatever the fuck they want. Hey, no shade, no judgment. Do what the fuck you want to do. You want to go play, you want to go be a skank, go be a skank. But don't come up to me saying you're going to commit to me and that you're genuine and that all this shit when you're not. Don't be all acting all, masking all genuinity, and then you turn it out to be a fucking dirty ass skank behind the scenes. Like, get the fuck on. As in the good old hood witch, moisturize it. Yeah, they're trying to emotionally manipulate you. They're trying to break your heart. They're trying to make you bitter. They're trying to get you in this energy where you don't love yourself anymore and you drop your standards, you drop your boundaries. So that way they can use you, they can siphon from you, they can drain you of all the life force that you have. Because we out here fighting spiritual fucking demons, collective. And they think it's a big, huge joke. Yeah, cleverness, right in the reverse. If you have been going through difficult times, it is time to think outside of the box to find a solution. Yeah, just stay a hermit, be in the fucking woods by myself. Problem solved. This is also a reminder to avoid neglecting your creative side. If you have let creative projects lapse, it may be time to pick them back up again. I'd love to be creative, but you know what? I don't have my own fucking pot to piss in. I don't have my own place to be able to set up my easel and paint and play my guitar and my music and have my musical instruments and be able to do my sessions. I don't have time or the space to do that. Why? Because they've taken it away from me. And now I'm living on a couch. Surprise, unexpected action, spontaneous, showing up, unexpected change. They better not fucking show up. They're in for a rude awakening if they show up. I'm going to just say that right now. Unexpected change? Yeah. Yeah, King of Cups in reverse? They best not. I'm really picking up on a Cancer. They think that they're going to get something out of me. No. You may be feeling like those around you let you down or not doing their fair share of work. This comes as a reminder that loyalty exists and you must not settle for anything less. You deserve better than mixed signals. Fucking right we do, collective. We deserve loyalty in our life. We do. We deserve to have loyal friends, family, significant others. We deserve that. But if they don't show up in that energy, how the fuck are we supposed to receive that energy? If you're already in that loyal energy and people think that your shit don't, thinking that you think that your shit don't stink and you're better than everybody else, how are we supposed to stay in this loyal energy? If all they want us to do is drop our boundaries and act like a fucking skank. Like, make it make sense. Yeah, because they're masking, they're pretending, putting up a front, two-faced, not genuine. Did I not just finish saying this? Did I not just finish fucking saying this? Nine of Pentacles. Hello? Siphoning off of your energy, siphoning off of your abundance, siphoning off of everything that you hold as your stability. Literally sucking on your soul. As if they somehow have a right. This is a reminder to be more gentle with yourself and others. The grace, the sensitivity, and gentleness of the spirit animal echo the qualities brought forth when living from the heart. Yeah, how can we live from a heart that's been shattered over and over and over and over and over again? This is what they wanted. They wanted to shatter you, so you had no heart left. So you'd join the dark side. So you'd be out here doing evil shit to fit the fucking dumbass narrative that they're trying to put you in. And you're out here a whole fucking light worker. You're eradicating fucking demons. You're clearly infuriating the demons. Like, make it make sense. Yep. You're done with the illusions. You're not keeping it inside. You're speaking up. You're opening up. You see it for what it is, collective. And you're putting your foot down. You've created boundaries. You're being loyal to you. You're being loyal to your own spirit. Knight of Cups, and you're still compassionate. You're still compassionate. You're still loving. You're still kind. You're still willing to open up for love when it's genuine. When it's not fabricated with a bunch of bullshit. Fucking hot and cold, wishy-washy motherfuckers. Productivity. It's time to examine your productivity. Disorganization and indecisiveness may be causing you to miss opportunities. Take a moment to prioritize your goals and get a clear view of how to get where you want to be and go, and what it will take to get there. What it will take to get there. How about people not being so fucking fake? How about people not playing in our face anymore? How about people actually being genuine? And they want to go for actual coffee, and they want to be genuine, and they want to commit to that whole idea? That'd be amazing. Right? Maybe start with that. Questioning activity and disorganization. Fuck, spirit, we're trying. Stop out of us. Deja vu, there's history, happened in the past, repeated patterns. You're not out here repeating these patterns, collective, and people are pissed. People are livid at the fact that you're not dropping your boundaries. That no matter how much that they try to persist at ruining your reputation and trying to make you out to something with the narrative that does not match with you, they're out here trying to create a narrative behind your back that you're some fucking skank when you're not, sending people in, trying to be your pimp, trying to be your fucking handler, trying to make money off of you. And you're not even taking the bait. Because you're dropping these fucking bullshit people. Which you have every right to, collective. Yeah. And you're focused on what you're investing on. You're taking charge. You're very grounded. You're intentional in what you're focused on building for yourself. Why the fuck do you think I'm here, Dean? You best watch your mouth. If you actually knew my full story, you wouldn't have said that. Badger, endurance. Whatever you seek, your tenacity and faith will be paying off. Know that no matter what, knowing that no matter the temporary outer conditions, you will manifest your desires in divine timing and in the form that is best for you. You are enduring, collective, despite what you're going through. The divine timing could hurry the fuck up a little bit. It'd be wonderful. Yeah, somebody's trying to test your endurance, and they're trying to test your ability to of these repeated patterns. Meanwhile, you're not repeating patterns. But what they're doing is they're trying to take down your shielding. They're trying to take away your protection. They're trying to take away your divine intervention, your guardians. They're trying to make you out here doing karmic ass shit. So that way you lose your protection. Meanwhile, you've been divinely guided this whole time by your team. Right? There's a whole purpose as to why I have this channel. This is literally the only thing I have left that I can focus on, that is actually bringing any type of support. Would I like to have a job? Fucking right I would. I'd love to have a career right now. But against all odds, I'm still alive, and that's something. If I actually had what was actually coming to me, I'd be a heck of a lot farther than where I am right now. And I'd be making a bigger difference than what I am right now. But I've been dealing with snakes pretty well my whole fucking life. Smiling in my face, laughing behind my back, stealing from me. Not only my energy, not only my abundance, not only my inheritance, but my ability to move forward. And to have motherfuckers come into the chat saying that I can't live without a job, or that I should go and get a job, or I should focus on a job. Fuck you. Fuck you and the horse you rode in on. You're nothing but a piece of shit, and I'm probably thinking that you even got paid to say that. you're probably an op coming in to fucking trigger me. Just like the last 25 of them in the last 3 weeks. Fuck off. I'm not here for you. Yeah. Independence. You are being encouraged to develop balance between independence and time of togetherness. This also indicates that you would greatly benefit from a profound journey of self-discovery. Learn to enjoy time spent with yourself. I am craving for solitude. I want nothing more than to have a cabin in the woods by myself. I would want nothing more than to have that. Have a means to go get groceries or, grow my own food. I'd be perfect. I wouldn't have to worry about a damn thing. I don't know about you, collective, but that's just me. Yeah, some stupid karmic soulmate. Somebody that definitely is not the one. They're in deep hate of you. They have the spiritual capacity of a fucking peanut. I'm really picking up on this could have been a partner. It could have been a potential partner, but they ended up turning out to be karmic. So you friend zoned the bastard. And then they couldn't even be a decent friend. So you blocked them out all entirely. And because of this, now they're all butthurt at the fact you want nothing to do with them anymore. That's the feeling about this. This is what I'm getting from this card. And this is the dumbass motherfucker, I feel, that's in behind the scenes trying to screw shit up for you. Whoever that might be for you. Page of Pentacles. Now they're going to come in and ask for help. Now they're going to come in and ask for help. It's either that or they want you begging. All because you're building something for yourself. All because you're finally finding a harvest for yourself. You have found your soulmate. Or they're just around the corner. Remember that there's two souls. That when two souls are destined to be together, they always find their way back to each other. All those things that you've had to go through were worth it. Yeah. Hopefully this is genuine, because if it's not, they're in for a rude awakening. They're in for a rude awakening. Oh, yeah, figured. Holding on, clinging, can't let go, anxiety, obsessed. They sat there and judged you, ridiculed you throughout the time that they were there with you. So you left them the fuck alone and you moved on with moved on with your life. And then they decided to try to sabotage you because you did that. You wouldn't allow them to abuse you anymore. And now all of a sudden, all that magic and witchcraft they did to get you back is all obsessed and backfired on their ass. Literally backfired on their ass. And now they're obsessed with you. Would you believe it? Some people's children, man. Some people's children. They're in for a rude fucking awakening if they think they're gonna come in and gaslight the shit out of me, collective. I don't know about you. I've never hit anybody in my life. Never, ever have I ever lashed out at anybody physically. I've smashed dishes before. Just because I was pissed off, and I'd rather smash a fucking dish than, hurt someone. It's actually quite satisfying, to be honest. But I wouldn't ever, I would walk away first before I would ever hit anyone. All this talk about throat punching someone, no, it's not in my nature. Genuinely, it's not in my nature. But I swear, if somebody was to corner me and to put me in a position where I cannot help but lash out at them, they're in for an extreme rude awakening. I'm gonna just say that. You'd be stupid to corner a tiger, a bear, a wolf, right? You'd be stupid to do that, right? Nobody in their right mind would want to corner a wolf or a bear, or even a dog for that matter, right? Because they're gonna lash out, and you're gonna take whatever beating they got. Yeah, 8 of Cups. They're obsessed because you walked away. And I bet as soon as if you were to call them and try to be in their energy again, they'd ghost you. Because that's just how they are. They're that fucking stupid. Right? 8 of Cups. Because you are unbothered, you're looking at the horizon and saying, there's so much better out there for me. I'm gonna go get it. I'm gonna go get what's out on that new horizon. And they're all there clawing at your fucking ankles like a troll, thinking that they're going to get somewhere, thinking that they're going to stop you, thinking that they're going to slow you down, holding on, clinging to the back sides of your fucking pants, all in anxiety. Don't let me go. Don't leave me. Yeah, because they don't want you to have any new beginnings without them. You're not allowed, collective. You're not allowed. Thank you for the not even sure how to. I'm going to call you Dola. Thank you. You are invited to instigate change, but you are also being warned that this transformation may be radical. Get rid of everything in your current life and that can prevent you from improving based on the principle destroy everything before rebuilding. You are promised a beneficial rebirth. But that's the thing, they don't want you having anything. They want to destroy everything that you have and to where you can't start a new beginning. This is the situation. This is why they've been up to all of the shit that they've been doing. And they just passed a law that it's against the law to do that. All they would have to do is take out the phone records, the connection records. They just have to investigate. They could investigate me all they want. I haven't been talking to anybody. I've just been focusing on my channel. I've been focusing on trying to level up. That's all I've been doing. I'm not out here trying to destroy people's lives. I'm just reading cards. Okay? I'm reading cards. And the messages that are coming out are just. And it was spiritually led to do this. Something I'm very good at, something I know how to do. And it just so happens the messages that are coming out, it's spitting gems, it's spitting truth, it's spitting empowerment, it's spitting justice. The cat is out of the bag. Thank you, Sandy. Yeah. Apparently, they're no longer inspiring them, collective. You may have been before. They were inspired by you. Maybe you're a musician. They could have been inspired by your music. There could have been some sort of an emotional bond. There could have been a song that you wrote about them. Now they're out here hating on you because you've elevated. You've went beyond what they could even surmount to even compare to. They can't compete where they don't compare is what it's giving. And they don't want you out here inspiring other people. Because they out here ruining people's lives and sabotaging them. And I'm hearing you're not their first victim. Yeah. They don't want you having any happiness. All because you walked away from them. You cut ties. And this is also tying into your new beginning. They want to bring imbalance to your new beginning. They want to bring a death and a disconnection to your higher power. And they want you out here acting erratic in the clouds and in the smoke and in the dysfunction. They want you fitting a particular narrative that they placed you in. And you're not fitting that narrative, collective. You're putting them to shame. You're literally out here putting people to shame. And they don't like sitting in their shame. That's the thing. But you know what? I sat in shame for years because of people's judgments on me. People out here thinking that I'm a drug addict, and I'm not a drug addict. I never smoked crack in my life. Never got into coke, never got into the crack, never got into the fence, I never got into nothing. Never got into the oxys. My mother tried to get me hooked on oxys. That didn't happen. I'll admit I've had a lot of Advil, though. I've taken a lot of Advil, but guess what? It was because I was in pain. Literal pain. King of Swords in the reverse. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Pompous piece of shit. Lion bastard. This is also the narcissist card in the deck. Yep, there's history. It happened, left behind, looking back. You're not looking back, collective. They are left the fuck behind. Because they couldn't compete where they couldn't compare, all because they were wearing a mask the whole time, lying to your face, playing, smiling, and laughing behind your back. You were their entertainment. Well, look who's fucking entertaining now. Look who's the fucking entertainment now. You pompous piece of shit, skanky ass bastard. Oh, now the reflecting? Heaven forbid. If you're facing a difficult situation, do not rush into making a decision. You're advised to turn the problem all around in all possible manners before deciding on a solution. Your circumstances need to be examined carefully. Fuck the hell out of here, giraffe. Looking at it from a higher perspective. Okay? I'm gonna have to smoke a fucking joint for that, and I'm not planning that. I'm not planning on it. Yeah, 4 wands. Somebody wants to come in and commit, put a ring on it. All of a sudden they love you. They're lying to your face, collective. Oh, the one that ghosts you doesn't want to ghost you anymore. Interesting. They don't want to be left behind. They don't want you disappearing. They don't want this cold attitude. They don't want this no contact anymore. Well, maybe they should have treated you better. Maybe they should have been loyal. Maybe they should have been honest. But you know what? Any skank is not going to outright say, yo, I'm a skank and I like to go behind your back and lie on you and all this other. They're not going to do that. They're not going to be honest, collective. Who are we to think that they're actually going to be honest like that? No, they're going to put up a front. They're going to put on a mask. They're trying to make themselves look better. So that way you don't have to worry about anything. Oh, there's the butterfly. You're metamorphosing anyway, collective. It's too fucking late for them. They tried to keep you from gaining your wings. They tried to keep you from becoming the butterfly. Right? They tried to keep you out of this energy where you are actually able to metamorphosize into this butterfly from a caterpillar. And I do feel that they may have been the catalyst for you becoming the goo that you needed to become in order to be this butterfly. And now they want to rip your fucking wings off. And this is why you need to stay ghost on their ass. This is why you need to stay the fuck out of their energy. This is why you need to not even care about what they have to say to you. Just keep pushing forward. Leave them in the dust where they wanted you. Pay attention to the areas in your life or personality that are in need of profound change or transformation. That's what I did the last 3 years. Right? You're about to enter a phase of expansion and growth, which will be highly beneficial for your future. Yeah. Be able to see it from a butterfly's perspective instead of a caterpillar. Yeah, because you're completely done. You're moving on, ending cycles, lessons learned, coming full circle. Completely done. Yep, 3 of Cups. You'll be celebrating soon. 3 weeks, 3 months, 3 days, 3 years. Hopefully not 3 years, because I can't handle very much more. 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months. 3 days, I can wait. I'm good with that. 3 weeks? Maybe. 3 months? Come on now. But good things are coming in, collective, regardless. Okay? Regardless. What these asshat motherfuckers want. Yeah. The dragon is a reminder of your strong will and fiery personality. It's also a symbol of passion and fire. You are being asked to practice self-control and be cautious so that your passion does not lead you into trouble. Somebody wants you acting out of character. Somebody wants you losing your absolute shit. So that way you get yourself into some sort of trouble because you don't have a record. I'm also picking up that they had somebody investigate you to see what type of a record that you had, and you're squeaky clean. And they don't like the fact that you're squeaky clean. It was a moment of devastation for them to think that they could not find anything on you. Isn't that funny? They might have acted out of character. And it might have gotten them into some sort of trouble, collective, for even getting them to investigate you in the first place, wasting an investigator's time, making false reports on you. When you out here you're out here speaking truth. And they're out here calling you a liar and chopping you up to be some sort of fucking fanatic and imbecile and, you're out of control. You need to be locked up. When they're the fucking criminal to begin with. They're out here fucking killing people. And you literally saved yourself from their bullshit. And they're out here calling you a liar? Make it make sense. Yeah. You're not reacting the way they wanted you to. You're calm as a cucumber. They're fuming with rage. Okay? Overwhelmed. Explosion of emotions. They're extremely angry. They might be out here smashing dishes. I can understand why. I could understand why. It's satisfying. I'm not going to lie on that. Fuming with rage, overwhelming, explosion of emotions, very angry. Yeah. You're not taking the bait. You're recognizing the projections for what they are. All these little emotional feelings coming over you, you know that they're not yours. Because there's nothing in your vicinity, there's nothing in your general reality that's actually making you feel that way. But all of a sudden you have a wave of feeling or emotion or anger or upset come over you and you're like, what? And it puts you in an energy of confusion. This is projection. This is spiritual projection. Okay, some people chalk it up, some doctors chalk it up as depression and anxiety, but it's actually spiritual warfare. Why? Because we out here fighting a spiritual war collective, on a collective basis. So all that anxiety you're going through, all that depression that you're going through, you're not depressed. You're being attacked spiritually, psychologically is what I meant to say. These motherfuckers aren't getting the upper hand because that's what they wanted for you. Everything that they threw at you is coming back to haunt them, as it should. As it should. Good fucking riddance. May divine vengeance come out and rip you a new one. By divine right. If you become bored with your life, you have the creative power to stir things up and revitalize everything. You can do this by starting new projects, setting new goals, and making spiritual connections. One step at a time. It helps to be a hippo. Because nobody wants to piss off a hippo. Nobody's going to go up and piss off a hippo, right? Because they'll have you for a snack, right? Forbidden fruit, non-committal, sexual energy, tragedy. Somebody wants you to explore your lustful energy. Somebody wants you to drop your boundaries in order to be lustful, in order to fit some sort of narrative, to be that skanky ass hoe that they're painting you out to be. Not gonna fucking happen, collective, because we know better than that. And for some of you, they're trying to give you no other choice but to be a skanky ass hoe in order to survive. Seven of Wands reversed. They want you to literally be fucking helpless. How else can I? They don't want you to be able to stick up for yourself. They want you to become a victim. They're just sad that you don't want to be their victim. But if they could get you to the point where you are somebody else's victim, good enough. That's the energy that's coming off of this card. It's given handler vibes. And they're trying to target you, they're trying to find you, they're trying to dwindle you down to the point where you just give in. You must be quick to move out of your comfort zone, especially when the situation calls for immediate responsiveness and flexibility. Open your mind to new ways of doing things. Once you do, get ready for good luck and opportunities to come your way. So they want you to turn into this dumbass, stinky ass skank, right? So then they leave you alone. Then you fit the fucking narrative that they want you to be in. And then they continue on being your handler behind your back, making money off of you like they have been for the last 6 years. Trying. Yeah, because they're trying, you very well could be trying to hold it together. But they're trying to hold it together, get a grip on you. They want you in a heaviness. They want you chained up. They want you anchored. To make money off of you. Ace of Pentacles. Because if they get you to fit in a particular narrative, then they get paid. They don't want you loving yourself, collective. They don't want you finding great power and focus on the positive aspects of yourself. They don't want you to focus on your uniqueness, the fact that you're beautiful inside and out, the fact that you have deep wells of untapped inner power. That you use to inspire others. They don't want you to do this. Because you're not fitting the narrative that they want you to be in. Welcome in, Michael. Yeah, they think you're their twin flame. Reflection of soul, mirrored emotions, your other half, shared feelings. They're nothing of the sort, collective. And they're trying to get you to mirror them. The skanky ass motherfucking hoe that they were behind your back. So that way they can feel better about themselves. Yeah, Six of Cups. Person of the past. The past is where they belong. Yep, because they want you to repeat some sort of a cycle. Whether with them or with somebody else. They want to start a family. They want to make a home. They want to bring some sort of security and help you feel safe. Okay. safe as a fucking victim. Yeah, Nine of Cups, you'll do that on your own. Might be a little bit more difficult, but you'll do that on your own. You don't need somebody to build a family with anymore. You don't need somebody to make you feel safe. You need people to get the fuck out of your energy and leave you the fuck alone, and you'll do it your own. You'll do it by yourself. You don't need anyone to complete you, collective. Not when you got the divine on your side. Yeah, because they haven't grown at all. They haven't matured. They haven't embraced change. They haven't changed at all. They're not willing to go through the ego death. They're not willing to go through the dark night of the soul. They're not willing to end out these karmic relationships or the situationships that they're in. And they're not willing to cut out their old habits. Stuck, locked down, mental prison, and captive. What did I fucking just say? They want to trap you up in a past cycle that you freed yourself from. You had every reason to free yourself. Yeah. They tried to discontinue your magic. They tried to get you to gaslight yourself. They tried to get you into a negative intention and nurture negative intentions. They didn't want you tapping into your intuition. This could have been a Queen of Wands that's involved with this shit. You're being told equivocally that it's time to get moving, get your intentions, and take action toward making your dreams a reality. You have a door in front of you. Trust your instincts here. Not if it has to deal with the past. Yeah, creating problems. Trust. Yeah, so somebody's going to come in to tell you that you need to take action towards making your dreams come true. That they have a door there in front of you that you can trust, right? And that you should take decisive action with this offer. And it's all basically just going to create problems, thirsties for attention, overreacting, creating a drama for you. More drama than you need. Yeah. Oh, and then they're just going to come in with a measly little fucking cup and of compassion and apologize. Yeah, to bring peace to the situation. Gentle nature of the dolphin reminds you to look for the good in everyone and strive to bring peace to your life and those around you. Trust your instincts and intuition rather than overthinking things. Yeah, I've never been gaslit more in my life than this card. Some people are just 98% fucking evil. Okay? There's nothing good about them. Right? They think having a nice smile and a nice car is all they need. Make their intentions to get what they want. Yeah, because they don't want you ascending. They don't want you learning anything. They don't want you ascending. They don't want you preparing for any other new union or a new phase. They want to try to keep you from leveling up. But it's too fucking late, collective. It's way too late. There's the world in the reverse. They don't want you ending out this cycle. Spirit, can we end it on a good note? Please? I pray. Yeah, freedom. Okay? You must break out of any limitations that are holding you back. We're trying, Spirit. We are trying. whether they are self-imposed or put onto you by other people or society. Break free and run faster towards your dreams. Get away, go on vacation, begin an adventure, run away together. Okay? And Eight of Swords, you're no longer trapped. So good things are coming in for you, collective. You're gonna get your freedom. Okay? There's definitely some sort of bad luck. And you've healed from this. And this has brought you to the point where your inner light is guiding you now. You're coming out of your isolation period. You're recognizing your inner strength of what you've overcome. You're healing the harshness, erratic, extreme emotion. And very well could be some self-sabotage in this. But I don't think so. I think you're just, yeah, you may be overthinking a little bit. Your guard is probably up. You definitely got your guard up. You definitely have walls up. But the divine is guiding you through this. Okay? So I don't blame you for being guarded. The divine is showing you your inner strength of which you are capable of overcoming, right? And despite all this shit that you've had to deal with in the past, you're healing it. It's taking a little bit at a time to do that. To empower yourself, to find your confidence again after it's been literally shattered, right? And then you got these people that are judging you along the way and questioning what you're doing, questioning, it's none of their business, really. Judging you and trying to manipulate you, taking advantage of you, all this shit. It's showing you your boundaries. It's showing how to stand on boundaries. It's showing how to create those boundaries. It's showing how to see through the masks and using your discernment. It's showing you what you will and will not settle for, right? It's all a factor in the understanding. But these boundaries were created for a reason. I'm just going to gather these cards up. And then I'm going to just do a quick shuffle of the rest. Just to end out the ending message. So if you'd like to get your own collective message, Spirit says to get one with me. If you want to get your own message, you want to get your own reading, the Hipsy link is in the description and the link section, the one opposite the donate button. I haven't cleaned that up yet. I should. But get your own personal message. Way more personalized to your situation. It's usually about a 30 to 60-minute session with me. Roughly about 45 minutes on average. And any reading, doesn't matter which one you post or whichever one you purchase, I will sit and I will spend at least 40 minutes at least on each. So I put a lot of time into these readings. It's not just flipping the cards out and away you go. There's pictures, there's audio, some of them have video, depending on that, you know. I thought about opening up my sessions, but nobody took advantage of those sessions. Okay? Very few people took advantage. I think I got like 2 or 3 sessions out of the online live sessions with me through Hipsy. I can open that up again, but it's like $2.37, I think, a minute. I think there's a 15% discount. It could be a 75% discount for your first session. I'm not sure. But I was debating on opening that up. But I haven't bothered because nobody really took advantage of that. And I just sat there twiddling my thumbs wondering where the fuck is everybody. It's like, what's the point, right? There's definitely balance coming in, collective. Whether your haters like it or not, there's balance. Okay? Spirit, what's the closing message for my stupendous, amazing crew? What's this? Yeah, abundance in reverse. So whatever abundance that you have, clutch onto it with all of your fucking might, because you got a bunch of ass hats fiending for it. What's going on? What's the ending out message? Yeah, somebody's guilty of taking your abundance. Okay? And Spirit's saying you're going to find that out. You're being protected. Yeah, they were misguided regarding this. Yeah, because they couldn't let go. They couldn't let go of it. Wild card. Yeah. They couldn't let go, and they were very unbalanced. They were trying to create an imbalance. Quite possibly with your strong spirituality. But you're being protected. You were protected. Okay? What's the closing message from the Black Rose? Yeah, the witchcraft backfired. So whatever they did, witchy stuff, whatever that is, it's literally backfiring like a motherfucker. Okay? Blowing up in their face. Yeah, because they're not out here single. They're not out here independent. They're not freedom from attachment. They're not available to date. It's definitely something to do with the past, a few weeks, a few months, direction backwards. So everything that they did in the last couple years, a couple months, whatever, it's being tracked. And they were not independent with what they did. It was a partnership. They did a whole bunch of shit with a bunch of people. And I'm hearing some of them are telling on each other. Some of them are finding out the truth that you shouldn't have been fucked with, and now they're running scared because everything that they did is backfiring. They could have been out here doing death magic, and now people are passing away. But it's not them; it's the people close to them, the people that they actually hold close to their heart, if they even have one. Right? So they get what they give, collective. It's a them problem, not a you problem. Quite frankly, at this point in the game, I have no remorse. I really don't. There will be signs. There were signs, but they didn't listen to the synchronicities. Yeah. The jealousy, the envy, all that shit backfired. Yeah. Being envious, talking shit behind your back. I think people are reading them their rights at this point. They're telling them to shut the fuck up, that they don't want to hear it anymore. I'm hearing people are actually disowning them because they found out the truth, they found out the reality, they found out what they've invested in. People are actually losing out on money. They thought it was just a couple little games that they were playing. It turned out to be a felon. It turned out to be a felony, what they were doing. It was against the law, what they were doing. And people are washing their hands with them because of what they did, trying to come for you. Not only physically, on the physical aspect that you are going to get justice, but spiritually, you're going to get justice. Not only will they be put in spiritual jail, but physical jail for some of you. This is probably what they're all overwhelmed about. Yeah, because you healed the triggers. You healed these trauma bonds. You healed the inner childhood wounds. And this whole idea of you attracting toxic into your life, now you're not. You're actually repelling toxicity. Because you healed. And that's actually the magic of the healing. And when you do heal and you do empower yourself and you do rise above up into a higher frequency, instead of attracting that toxic karmic energy, you start to repel it. It's a beautiful thing. The only thing that's not so beautiful about it is there's so much karmic energy out there that the divine energy is very far and few between. And then you got these two-faced pieces of shit that thinking that they're going to mask and say that they're divine, and they're really not. Yeah. All these rumors of you having uncontrollable desires, appetite for sex, insatiable hunger for pleasure, that's being put to rest. Yeah, you're not the stinky, skanky ass hoe that everybody's making you out to be. Yeah. Somebody doesn't want things to be final. They don't want to, they want to settle some sort of differences. They actually want to marry you. They want to get back together. They want to look forward. Only you, focused on just you, observing you, watching you. There's no one else like you. Because we're one of one collective. Of course there's no one else like us. And that's not a grandiose thing. When we're trying to be on our own divine path and we're sitting in our own fucking lane, wanting to be left the fuck alone, yeah. That makes you a high commodity. That makes you a rare gem. Makes you a fucking mythical unicorn at this point, considering what's out there. Somebody can't help but reminisce, and I'm hearing about the old you, but you don't live there anymore. Commitment, offer, asking out, taking to the next level. Somebody's coming in with some sort of a proposal. Good luck with that. Side piece. Yeah, because they just want to make you a side piece. Maybe the side piece wants to come in. The side piece found out the truth, flirting with others, other women, secret hookup. Or maybe they made a proposal to the side piece because you didn't want them back. It could go any which way. Yeah. Unhealthy, poison, delusional, nasty behavior in the reverse. So whatever this side piece is, maybe they're not toxic. Maybe they're the one coming in with the proposal. Maybe they want to make a commitment. Maybe they're done being lied to too. Maybe they want to come in and say, you know what, hey, you know what? He was a fucking dirtbag. Let's blow this joint and just be happy together. I don't know. Somebody's in pain, or somebody wants to put you in pain, guarded, apprehensive, putting up a wall, excruciating pain. Somebody could be in a lot of pain right now because somebody didn't love them. Somebody threw them away like trash, just like they did us. Maybe this is who's wanting to come in and propose a commitment with you. Yeah, hearing from, conversation, talking, unblocking. Somebody that you're not speaking to. Somebody that you blocked out. Yeah, forbidden love affair, temptations, flirting, giving into pleasure. Don't bother. Don't bother. It's just a get back bullshit. They're questioning your wrong decision, your wrong reasons. Contemplating, stay or leave, uncertain, magnifying glass, showing proof, validation, confirmation, finding the truth. So they want to come in and talk about some sort of truth about the decisions that you made. Meanwhile, that day that they went out on the sailboat alone, they weren't going out alone. I know that. I know they met up behind my back. They had a grand old time behind my back. I know. I know. And it was all an orchestrated plan to do so. And I know you're watching. You watch every single one of my videos. I know it was a whole orchestrated plan to stay home, to have me stay home. So that way you could have a day on the sailboat with the other side piece to cause me pain. The whole orchestration, illumination, revealing of the truth. Mm-hmm. I'm not reminiscing, not dwelling. There was no good times. Looking back at it, there was no good times. It was all a facade. I don't know about you, collective, but it's a bunch of bullshit if you ask me. Yeah, you're not willing to gamble or take risks anymore. And you're done because you're done dealing with this pain. It is what it is. They showed you their true colors. Now you just gotta recognize it for what it is and keep those boundaries. Don't allow these motherfuckers back in. Because all they're gonna do is do it all over again. What's the ending message with the tarot? Knight of Wands. Somebody's coming in. Somebody's passionate about coming in with a love offer. They want to expose something about being left in the dark and having to carry burdens, right, regarding some sort of journey, toxic journey with the devil's sacrifice, facing some sort of judgment because of what they were focused and collaborating on. And they want to reconcile. They want to heal something with you. And there's some sort of reciprocity. They want to work or they want to collaborate. That there's all a big, huge misunderstanding with the Page of Swords in reverse. The Five of Pentacles in reverse. They want to build a new foundation. I'm really feeling you helped somebody heal and you didn't even realize it. You voiced and revealed some sort of truth. You helped somebody out of a dark time. Yeah. You helped make sense of the shit that was said and the judgments and everything. And the selfishness. You took somebody out of a tower. You come out of the tower, out of the chaos. You revealed the truth and walked the fuck away. Despite the disempowerment, you stayed strong, you stayed grounded. all the while trying to missing out, really. But you stayed regulated. You chose you. You elevated. You recognized your masculine and feminine traits. You came into personal inner union. Page of Wands, even despite the uninspired actions upon you, being stopped in your tracks, erratic behavior. You chose yourself, focused on your destiny, stood your ground, manifested, became a boss, alchemized the betrayal. All the while being classy. Collective, order a reading, please. I need to make some money. If you have money to give, if I have helped you along the way, if you have it, I need to pay my phone bill. I need to eat. I need to have enough to actually get a place on a consistent basis. If 11,000 people gave $5, I'd be okay. And it's pretty sad I can't even share what I want to do, what I'm inspired to do, where I'm inspired to go. I can't even share that with you. I'd love to share that with you, but I can't even do that because there's motherfuckers out here watching that are waiting for me to share that with you. You know that? Amir Smith, no, you may not. No, I'm good. I've had issues with moderators before. The moderators I have barely show up to begin with, so it's all good. And I'm very satisfied with the way I deal with my issues here. It's very satisfying being able to deal with that shit myself. But thank you. But yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight, Collective. For those of you that are here in the chat and would like a message, throw a heart in the chat. I'm feeling a little generous. I'm not going to call on absolutely every single one of you, but I will call on who I'm called to call on. I haven't done this in a long freaking time. Ace of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles reversed. Something big is coming in. So much so that you're going to be able to give back. If this resonates with you, Bradley, or sweetheart, Whoever this resonates with, something big is coming in. There's definitely coming out of some sort of tower. Yeah, there's definitely wish fulfillment coming out here. I don't know if you guys just seen that. We got the 9 of Cups. Somebody was lying to people about your awakening, about the way you cut people off, and the lies and the deception, about you finding a new foundation. They were lying about the whole bit. It was done all so that way you wouldn't have your wish fulfillment. You're getting your wish fulfillment anyway. Whoever this resonates with. All right. Cards for Bradley, please. You could very well be in some sort of anxiety right now, but you're healing. People are going to come in and ask for help. These are the people that got you to miss out. And these people were less than supportive to you. And now they're coming back to ask you for help. Tell them to be fucking strong like they told you to be. Be strong, you'll get through this. Give them back absolutely everything that they said to you and walk the fuck away. No remorse. Because you're coming into the sun. You got the star and the sun out here. And somebody could very well be in anxiety about coming in to ask you for help. 2 of Pentacles, because all they did is create a fucking bunch of chaos and an unbalanced energy for you. They wanted you to miss out. And now that you're finally succeeding, now they want to come in and ask you for help. The fucking audacity. Sweetheart. That was a Bradley message, not a sweet pea or sweetheart message. Okay? This is why I don't like mixing the two, because everybody thinks it's their fucking reading and it's not. Sweetheart Pisces. What's their message? Okay, there's something here about self-sabotaging and disempowerment. Creating imbalance where there shouldn't be. You need to stop fighting with yourself. This whole idea of the 5 of Pentacles and the 5 of Cups, being out in the cold and sadness. This has a lot to do with self-sabotage. It's about the self-hate and the self-loathing. It's about the self-talk that you bring into the mix. This is why you're uninspired. The imbalance is coming from the disempowerment. You could be dealing with a Leo, you could be a Leo. But we got the Empress in the reverse. To some degree, you're your own worst critic, you're your own worst enemy. Because you're out here manipulating people, which is not inspiring them to be around you. You're out here trying to insert yourself, to bring yourself to some sort of foundation or purpose, and they leave you out in the cold because you're trying to make things happen. You're trying to force it. Yeah, it's not in alignment with you. Take a step back. You're ultimately out here betraying yourself. It's not all self-sabotage, though, but you do have a Leo out here. It could be a Leo or a Sagittarius that you were dealing with in the past. They really tried to throw you a curveball. But it's created a snowball effect with your self-worth, and it's created a victim mentality that has been basically it's been betraying you this whole time. It's gotten you to the point where you're betraying yourself. So you're so desperate for some sort of connection that you not only self-sabotage, but you try to manipulate yourself into people's environments or into people's situation in order to find some sort of stability or some sort of value. And all it does is bring you back to sadness. Does that vibe with you at all there, Pisces? Sweetheart? You're not sure you want to accept that message, or you're not sure how that pertains to your situation. You're either dealing with the Sag or Leo. Two of Pentacles, the Strength reversed, the Empress reversed, the Five of Wands reversed. You're trying to reconcile the self-sabotage of a disempowerment and imbalance. It's ultimately somebody created this wound, and then it's been snowballing ever since. It keeps rearing its ugly head. I can sort of relate to it myself. It's like somebody created such a wound that you've had a hard time healing, so now you're pretty well guarded and not allowing anybody else in. And it's created a havoc in order for you to have any other type of connections. But you're so desperate for interaction that you'll insert yourself. All right, who else had a heart in the chat? Marie Phillips. Are you still kicking it with us, Marie? Maria. Going once. Going twice. Going 3 times. Alright, guys, gals. Thank you so much to my supporters. Thank you so much to my members. Thank you so much for the ones that coming and hanging out every night on a consistent basis. Although you're not a member, you don't really support, you still make the chat what it is. And you make it a loving, supportive, calm, beautiful place. And I appreciate you. Alright? Even so that you can't help monetarily, you still do help make this a safe place for others. And I feel to some degree that's just as good. So I appreciate you too. I'll be back on here again, I think, tomorrow with another collective. Hopefully different energy. I might be doing a Tuesday, Thursday open table. But I have a feeling I'm going to do the open table and then I'm going to still come on here and do a collective to keep them separated. Oh, you're back again. Okay. Marie. Are you still here now? Oh, pardon me. What's going on with Marie? I had to ask. Fuck my life. There's like 15, 20 cards out here. I'm not even kidding. We got the moon on the bottom of the deck. We got the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. The Nine of Pentacles in reverse. The Ace of Cups in reverse. You out here going through it, my dear. You could be questioning a leap forward. You could be questioning how to move forward, but you're in an Empress energy. You need to recognize the power that you have within you, Marie. Two of Cups. Bring that inner chaos into union. Protect yourself, nurture yourself, provide for yourself, love yourself, show yourself compassion, okay? Page of Wands, get inspired. There's some new ideas that you've been holding off on. Take initiative with those ideas, okay? The King of Wands, there's definitely something here with the King of Wands. Standing on business, taking a leadership position, taking a leader role in something. Allowing your passions to help you stand on business. This is given boss energy. This is pre-emperor energy. It's about tapping into your masculine and standing on business. The Eight of Wands. So you very well could be getting some new opportunities coming in. You will be moving forward with a new dynamic. But you need to cut out this bullshit about not seeing the truth. I'm not saying you're sleeping on yourself. I'm not saying you're lying to yourself, but you're not willing to look at it. But once you see the truth, once you look at the truth, it will be putting shit to rest. Yeah. The Ace of Swords coming in. Okay? Divinely led. Things are imbalanced right now. This is what's got you all fucked up. You've had to deal with a lot of injustice. You've had to deal with a lot of imbalance, a lot of imperfect perfectionism. Whatever that. Are you a Virgo? A karmic Libra? I don't know. But either way, there's definitely some sort of imbalance, injustice, wanting to be perfect or wanting to have things just so. It's like, no. Don't worry about it. The Hierophant. There could be a Taurus involved. You might need to be getting more committed into your spirituality to find guidance in this. Yeah, you're definitely dealing with a Capricorn. A masculine Capricorn. This is a very devilish, determined energy. I don't know whether or not they are... I don't know if they're actually evil, because they're very stable. They're in the upright. They could just very well be determined. They could have dark features, very determined, very possessive. Either way, there's definitely some sort of conflict. Maybe this could be a Taurus or a Capricorn. It could be both. Could be a Libra. There could be an Aries out here. There could be... Who else? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Aries, Leo, Sag energy. Either way, things are going to turn around. You just got to get invested in your spirituality, because that's going to help you heal the broken heart and the imbalance. It's also going to help you step up into Empress energy and move into a new beginning. This is a lot about trusting yourself, alchemizing the pain to power, using it as fuel. But there will be clarity and truth coming in, but you need to see it for what it is. Stop gaslighting yourself. Stop wooling over your eyes. Stop putting the rose-colored glasses on. Because once you see and recognize the truth for what it is throughout the conflict and the imbalance, act accordingly. You don't have to call anybody out. You don't have to lash out, but just make a list, make a plan, and act it out. You don't have to explain yourself to nobody. But if you find yourself in a lot of injustice and imbalance, you have every reason and every right to make a plan and move on. Make this happen for you. You have everything in your magical spiritual toolbox to get there. It's going to take some time, it's going to take some work, but you're going to get there. All right? On that note, collective, I'm out for another evening. Please be good to yourself. If you can't be good at it, at least be good to yourself. So that way you can be good to others. And that way, together, we can heal the world. One person, one intention at a time. Fuck you. Thank you. They didn't want to shuffle. Now they're shuffling like a beaut. So yeah, order a personal reading if you want one. I am available throughout the day. I have, like, even when I was homeless, I was still able to pop into a coffee shop and to do my readings. I just can't do live streams on YouTube because of the music. So if I become homeless, I can go into the coffee shops and I can still do little readings and I can still post them through Hipsy. I don't have to worry about music with Hipsy. Okay? I can still do live sessions through Hipsy. I just can't do them through YouTube because of the copyright bullshit. Right? And I don't want to get strikes on my account. I've already had to deal with the stupid bullshit of blacklisting and shadow banning and all that shit because of the gems that I keep pushing out. I'm trying to keep myself situated. Personals are better anyway because they're more catered to you and your situation. And the thing is that I would sooner be on a more personal basis, and I have enough of a client base here on YouTube that there's no reason why you can't be reaching out to me in my DMs or whatever and working out some sort of plan to do personal readings. Okay? FaceTime, through Facebook, Instagram, you know, it's available. And I'm willing to work with you. So, together we can build a plan and work a plan. But anyway. Have yourselves a good evening. I'll catch you tomorrow in the new one. All right. Have a good night and peace out.